busy, the schedule busy. My head in a hoodie, my shorty a goodie. My cousins are crazy, my cousins like boogie. Life is amazing, it is what it should be. Been here for 10, but I feel like a rookie. I tell her look up, cause it's snowing in Tootsie. Booked for 3 years, now you can't even book me. Me and Lil Baby, this shit going crazy. Weezy producer.
Yo, what it do, everybody? It's Don't Overthink It podcast, episode 32 in the building, you feel me? We got a great episode in tune for y'all tonight, man. It's Young the Head in.
Patrick Haynes.
And now we have a special guest as well.
What's going on, Ice?
Ice, Issima Caldwell Jr., you feel me? All that, man.
Hold on, let me give this man a nice introduction, right? Because when I let the guests do it, they too humble, right? I got to get back to my old roots. We got the one and only, man. Personal trainer,
Man.
owner of Internal Belief Training. All right, I thought Amari cut all his hair off. Okay, hold on. Owner of Internal Belief Training.
I got it all, baby. I got it all.
Man, the myth, the legend, keeping it simple. Also, the owner of Perspectives Podcast. We got Issima Caldwell Jr. in the chat, man. This is a real interesting dude we got here, man.
What is it, Issima or Issima?
No, it's actually Issima.
Issima.
Okay. He goes by Ice. This man is one of the most flexible human beings I've ever met in my life.
Man, doing backflips.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a pretty cool guy, man. For y'all, for those of you who don't know, shout out to Maria, always our loyal supporter in the chat. We've known Ice for a minute. So I met Ice when I was freshman high school. Mari did too.
Yes, sir.
Man, we've known him for, what is that, 5 years now. Man, it is the first time I talked to this dude in a long time.
Crazy.
Yeah, how you doing today, Ice?
We got to catch up a little bit, man.
Yeah, we definitely do. Well, first and foremost, thank you guys for having me. You know what I'm saying? Sir. This collaboration is a must. But I'm just excited to be here. Just doing great.
Nice.
Yes, sir, man. Go ahead, Pat. Let's get into it, man.
All right, off the rip, bro. So, for those who do not know, right, what is it that you do? We talked about it a little bit, right? You're a personal trainer, but can you describe the business, man?
Oh man, I'm still expanding on it, really, to be honest. But for the most part, I have an online personal training business. Basically, the services that I provide is, one-on-one personal training, online personal training, I call it accountability challenges, but basically it's group training. And then also it's a variety of services, to help people, stay in tune and being able to, again, just better themselves, transform into the person that they can be and that they want to be. And then I have my podcast called Perspectives, covering the topics on love, life, and relationships. And yeah, so I mean, it's just a lot going on, man. Seriously, it's definitely a lot. I don't want to take up too much of the time, but if you guys are, wanted to just expound on that, what I'm saying, just hit me up.
Hey, we can talk about it tonight, man. Hey,
yeah, you are the guest. You are the hot seat, man.
Hey, tonight is about you, man. You feel me?
Yeah, that's where we at with that, man.
So how did you let me put this in why did you want to become an online fitness trainer? Why did you want to get in fitness in the first place?
I got hurt a lot in high school playing, what I'm saying? So for me, just coming from that background of being an athlete and then being hurt, I love the corrective exercise, what I'm saying, coming back from being 0 to 100. And so for me, really what that is just patience, right? Have a dedication to the grind and basically a transfer from being an athlete to wanting to help others. And so that's really where it came from. And then for the most part, just loving to work out, what I'm saying, and being a teacher of the game and also being a student as well. And so just doing those two things alone really just, motivated me to just keep going. Just a lot to it. But for the most part, man, those are just the main keys to it that really just helped me to be the person I am today, for sure.
Okay, man.
Most definitely.
Yeah, because we was there for it, Brad.
Yeah,
getting hurt that much in high school is rough. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Hey, man, I experienced it a lot for surely.
Yeah, I was one of the fortunate niggas, man. I real like I didn't have to deal with that too much, bro. How was that on you, like mentally? Like,
Man, it got to the point to where I had this one injury. It was a small injury. It was a hyperextended my toe, so it's called turf toe. And when I had got that, I remember vividly just being in a position of like, bro, you serious right now? Like I was playing in a tournament with Elliot, and shout out to Elliot real quick. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all of them. And basically, what I was doing, just dribbling, tripped over somebody, and then my foot is just hyperextended, and it was just a lot to that. But mentally, bro, it was just stressful being in a position of wanting to, show all the work that I put in, like every other athlete that's out there, you know what I'm saying? And being in a position where I wasn't able to, mentally, it did get to me. But for the most part, again, if it wasn't for those injuries, it wouldn't have led to me doing what I'm doing today. You know what I'm saying? And so I was able to turn something that was negative to positive. So
nice, man.
Hey, I completely understand where you come from. I played 2 games this past season, my senior year, because I pulled a tendon in my the arch of my foot at practice 2 days before our first game. And I was supposed to be starting the first game, which was crazy. It is what it is.
Man,
it's hurtful. It hurts a lot.
Really is, man.
It's stress, it's depression, it's everything in one. It's like you always think about, dang man. I remember when I was back and I was healthy. Now you down bad, so now it's like, dang, I got to go through this process again. And that was not the first injury, it's been multiple injuries that's happened. So it's like, dang, I'm at square one all over again. These cats I know I'm better than, you feel me? They're not even going through the same thing I'm going through, you feel me? And it puts you just a different mindset of just like, fuck, like what am I doing here? And sometimes it makes you feel like giving up sometimes, for real. And I had to for myself, take myself out of that and nah, you feel me? It's a different purpose reason why I experienced what I experienced.
I'm gonna be real, bro. I'm not like, I think you niggas just got bad luck. I'm gonna just be real, bro.
I definitely had some bad luck for sure, man. I had a bilateral hernia. My first was a fracture, my right arm on my radius. I had an ankle sprain. I had a handline fracture on my right ankle. I had so many, it's so many, bro. It's crazy how many I had from my sophomore year to senior year. It's just ridiculous.
That's wild, man. And so with that much happening to you, right? I would imagine because I know what kind of guy you are, bro. Just from just being around you a little bit,
right.
You naturally gonna be like, all right, what the fuck is going on, right? So you
honestly though, being a trainer now, bro, and just looking back, I was overtraining. And I didn't realize it because when you in a position of being, 15 plus, and you looking at the greats like, Kobe Bryant, who talk about dedicating, putting in work. I did the same thing from 3:50 a.m. to 9 p.m. I had a list of everything I was going to do. 3-4 workouts a day. You know what I'm saying? And so it got to the point to where my nutrition was good, but it wasn't great. You know what I'm saying? And I was working, but I was overtraining. So when I felt like I was going 100%, I was actually devaluing the amount of potential I could actually have based off of the amount of work I was putting in. And so just looking back, I should have slowed down. I should have been able to just think a lot smarter. But I'm saying, again, if it wasn't for that, attention to detail and being able to just understand the body as well as I do now, better than most trainers out there. You know what I'm saying? So it has its ups and downs to it, seriously. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, I'm grateful for the opportunity of being able to be in that position just because there's so many, athletes that's going to be out there that's going to be getting hurt, frustrated, discouraged. You know what I'm saying? Especially, upcoming seasons. Coming from COVID, you know what I'm saying? We all want to just be able to just grind, ensure that we belong out of college. And so just having that opportunity, bro, is definitely something that I look forward to and be able to just help somebody out help them out their circumstance at their end. So definitely, I look forward to it
Nice, man.
for
And like
sure.
speaking on like the scheduling part from
Mm,
when he said that he had it planned out from 3:50 a.m. to 9 p.m. at night as a man who has seen the notebooks with his own
yeah.
two eyes. He's not
Bro,
lying.
Yeah, that's
I
Crazy
had
I
shit
my
I've
remember.
ever
I
seen.
remember
SATs in
seeing
it.
those too, especially in the world language class.
Mhm.
Crazy
He had
shit
the
I've ever
notebook
seen.
out. He was really studying like the body. You feel me? I do this. I do this. You know, the progressive overload stuff and all the little tactics and lingo that he was putting together. It was crazy just to seeing it as a freshman. I'm like, what is this doing? Like, what is this dude doing? And then like he's explaining it to me, like I'm understanding it, but I'm not really like understanding
Yeah.
what you really saying after like when you said it to me. You feel me?
I remember I was in it was a computer class, and then I was just learning about the different proteins, right? Because if I'm getting hurt like this, I got to change something, right? And I got to get bigger. You know what I'm saying? A lot of athletes, they either overweight and they want to lose weight, or they underweight and they want to put on muscle. I was one of the guys who was underweight who felt like I need to put on muscle. And so I was in two classes. I remember I was in my math class, algebra 2, I believe, and I was just constantly going over that, revising that plan from 3:50 a.m. to 9 p.m. Putting in things, making things work, doing my research, and then in that computer class, doing a lot of research on, again, like y'all said, the body. What I'm saying, nutrition. I remember one time I was looking at this. It was a plant-based tutorial on YouTube on basically just the plant-based diet. And so it was like 2 hours long. I was just over there just writing notes, you know what I'm saying, just taking it in. So I was like, wow, that was crazy.
That's wild, man. You actually have a similar story to like the guy I work for, right? So like I work at a small business. Speaking of do I drop his name? I don't know. Speaking of him, he wants to come on the podcast, Mari, which is fucking crazy. That's just
That's
another story for another day.
man,
But
let's get it. Let's get him on the pod, man.
but that same thing happened to him, bro. He said he had a really bad injury, right? And I was talking about how he started his restaurant.
Mhm.
So he had a really bad injury just from, like you said, overtraining, right? And he's supposed to take what should have took like 4 weeks to heal. He was sitting there for like 2 months. His shit got worse, right? Like his knee was just messed up. He was like, all right, so what's going on? So he starts going down the rabbit hole. It's like, okay, what's wrong with me? This and that. And he started learning about nutrition, right? And then from there, he was understanding that like the food he was eating was really bad. He started going on the rabbit hole of food, going to master classes, going to seminars and stuff like that. And they actually led him to creating his own restaurant of like that caters to people that need like dietary restrictions and shit like that. Hey, like I say, man, make the wounds your work. That's a real inspiring story. Yeah, but that's current, man. Bruh, I don't know what to say. You guys then came up from some adversity. You make me feel like I didn't had it easy. I ain't gonna hold you.
Considering having, Ice had multiple injuries, considering me having, a few injuries, but having them reoccur every few months was just like, I don't know, because I don't know how to put this in words, but having the same injury happen to you every 2 months was ridiculous. Having different injuries, just like, okay, you feel me? Maybe I'm doing something wrong here. I did something new, but having the same thing happen to you, and like when you tell people, oh, I did, they like, especially me, they're like, your ankle again, the same one. Dang, what's going on? I'm like, bro, I don't know. Every time I get back up, it's like, you feel me? I'm right here, oh, back here, and I feel like that kind of stopped my progression, but I was still able to still keep up for surely. But I feel like when it came to it, that did stop some of my progression, going even to the next level I wanted to get at. But now I'm backtrack right here from senior year. Now I got to get back forward to play college basketball.
Yeah, man. Fall on your way for it. That's lit. Like, I gotta ask too, like in terms of like your schedule, bro. So you adhere to this schedule, I'm hearing, right? Right? That off the rip, bro. If you can do that shit, utmost respect. Because I can't do it, bro. Every time I've ever made a schedule in my life, it does not go to plan. I don't know if that's just me, bro. I don't know if there's other people out there like that where I'll just work better when I'm free flowing. And I cannot stick to a schedule to save my life.
Well, it definitely helped me, honestly, because being a personal trainer, I had the opportunity of working for another gym, just getting my experience come out the gate. And so, you know, I was 30 minutes from Pleasanton. I live in Tracy. And so basically what ended up happening was, again, my clock started, I had to clock in at 6 a.m., but I had to wake up at 4 a.m. And because I already have that experience of waking up at 4 a.m., it was nothing new to me. And so I had to be able to get there and fight traffic, and it was a lot to that. But, I was able to do it. You know what I'm saying? And then they were just really impressed with it because it was like, bro, when you're doing so much at a young age, you forget like you're that young. You know what I'm saying? And for them, they 30 plus, they're like, bro, like 21. I could just only imagine when I was 21 what I was doing. So for you to have the discipline and the determination to come, like, I applaud you for that. And so I was like, okay. But I was like, oh shit. Like, yeah, I'm really doing it like at a young
It
age.
seemed regular. You feel me?
I definitely know what you mean by that, bro.
Yeah.
That always throws me off every time. It's like, because I'll talk to people like my sister, like family members, right, cousins, even people that aren't related to me, right. I'll just be like, damn, bro, like I don't know if I'm doing enough right now, or like, shit, like, what am I doing, right? And then they'll be like, what you mean? Like when I was your age, man, you killing it right now. When I was your age, man, you way far ahead of me. I'm like, what the fuck was you on then? Like,
Man, I don't know. It's like they were just sitting here doing nothing or something like that. Because I'm like, I feel like what I'm doing right now is regular. I feel like it's a lot more I really can accomplish and be doing. And they say I'm over here doing it big.
Nah, bro. I don't know what it is about that, man. Hey, people believe the perception is reality, and that's not always the case. But if that's how it is, most people think that way. Use it to your advantage, bro. That's where I'm at. So yeah.
It feels like, you know what I'm saying, you take 2 steps and you look ahead and you got 100 more to go. You don't feel like you did nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, those 2 steps, it was 2 big old leaps to put you where you at today.
Yeah.
And so my biggest motto is I don't really have specific goals in regards to timeline, because if I don't reach it, I understand that tomorrow's gonna come. You get what I'm saying? So if I have a goal and a deadline if I don't reach it by then, again, tomorrow's gonna come. And so when it comes to you know what I'm saying, being able to look at yourself, I look at myself in regards to a year's worth. Like today, next year, I'm gonna be far ahead of myself than where I am today. And so that's how I look at it. And so when you look at it that way, you'll be able to understand like there's so much growth that you're being able to develop because you're giving yourself that time.
Okay. That's tough, right? So you got a really long-term mindset, or
You gotta have it.
really
You gotta have it. You know what I'm saying? Because I've spoken to millionaires, anybody that's successful. I've spoken to regular people as well, and the biggest thing that they've always said is you got time. You know what I'm saying? And especially within our generation, we feel as if though we don't have time. We need it today. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, tomorrow gonna come. We live as if tomorrow's not gonna come, but again, it's promised that it will be. You might not be here, but it's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? So
I like that perspective. I'm thinking, people
again,
like,
that's my motto.
But you feel me? Time is gonna continue to move, whether you're here or whether you're not.
Right.
So as long as you're here, tomorrow is gonna come. And as long as you're here for that tomorrow, you need to be putting in that work for that next day.
Yeah. Whoa.
Most definitely.
So whether you here or not, tomorrow is gonna go. That I ain't never heard no shit like that before. That's next. Let's leave a like for Ice, man. Leave a like for Ice right now.
Tomorrow's not promised, but tomorrow is still gonna come.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, man.
Yeah.
That was some game. I don't know, man. I disagree a little bit though. Disagree a little bit. I got to, right? It wouldn't be a podcast if I didn't. I'm extreme. That man Ice is spitting facts. He is. I wouldn't be me if I didn't do it though, because it's like I got an extremely short-term mindset, but long-term at the same time, right? The way I like to look at it is I lock in on the day-to-day, right? So it's like how do I want to put this? When you got a really long-term goal, right? When you're building towards it, say you want to make a certain amount of money next year. Right. So when you have a big day, look what I've experienced. Like, say you have like a really successful day. It's like, oh man, I made this much today. It's like, damn, I killed it. You wake up the next day, man, you're still happy, right? Oh, I killed it yesterday, bro. I'm going crazy. That drive not the same. You know what I mean? When you think about it, like I do, it's like, nah, every day is a new battle, right? Yesterday was lit, but today I'm broke, right?
But here's the thing, though, in regards to that, bro. What if you don't hit that goal and tomorrow comes? Are you gonna be, oh shit, I didn't hit the goal? Are you gonna be down on yourself? But it's a brand new day though.
I lost yesterday.
So, but again, though, it's gonna come regardless. My biggest thing is like when it comes to having goals, it's great that you live day to day, but day to day is gonna equal a year no matter what. You know what I'm saying? And so,
Yeah,
again, whether you look at it day to day, whether your mindset is to be able to look at it day to day and to accomplish a goal, even if you don't accomplish it, tomorrow's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? And so if your mindset is you want to reach your goal and you reach that goal, great. If you don't, tomorrow's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Wake up with the same attitude.
No matter what.
Really, it's all about being content, being blessed, and understanding that really there's a difference between. I was talking to my brother about this. Shout out to Devon, Make Them Respect You. It's his clothing brand. It's actually right here. I was talking to him about, you know what I'm saying, being content and the difference between being content and settling. And so we use that, we go back and forth between us two a lot. Being content is understanding that whether if my goal is $100 and I make 101, that's great. Whether my goal is 100 and I make 80, I'm gonna be content. Why? Because at the same time, whether my goal I accomplish it or not, I'm gonna be good regardless. Because at the end of the day, I've been in a position where I had zero. I came in this world not having none. So if I'll be able to have more, great. If I have none, great. Why? Because I've been here already. You know what I'm saying? And so the difference between settling and being content is that when you settle, you're not working no more. You're okay with where you at. You know what I'm saying? That's why people don't progress. But if you content, knowing that, yo, just yesterday, I wasn't where I was at today, knowing that tomorrow will be a better day, I'm going to be enjoying it in the moment. So again,
love to hear different perspectives here on Don't Overthinking, man.
Right?
Hey, love to hear the different perspectives.
I feel that. A part of me is like, I don't want y'all to get, because like, hey, I get what he's saying, but I gotta make sure we clear it up for the viewers, man. I don't want y'all to be okay with losing. Like, if you'll go to 100 and you get 80,
but you gotta understand though, you're going to lose in life regardless. It's a part of life.
We don't lose around here.
Again, understand. As you go up, you must come down, and vice versa. Mm-hmm. But if you are just settling, you're never gonna move. But again, tomorrow's gonna come. Tomorrow's gonna come. So again, if I lost today, tomorrow's gonna come. It's a new day. Learn from the loss and progress and be able to be a better person. But be content, understand within that loss, it's not gonna happen forever. Perspectives. Come on.
I feel okay.
Free
right?
promo.
Your bosses take losses.
Come on.
Free promo. Your bosses take losses. I understand that, man. But this is lit. All right, we gotta make it lit.
It's like, bro, if you like you was saying with the $100, bro, if you don't meet that $100 and you get 80, what you gonna do? Give up because you didn't get it?
Nah, I gotta hit the 100. I gotta keep going.
But what happens when you don't though?
Exactly. When you don't hit that 100, right? There's no possible way that you can hit that 100 in that day. You got to the end of the day, boom, it's 11:59 p.m. and you got $80 in your pocket. You can't do nothing because what? Tomorrow's finna come, right? So boom, tomorrow, I see what I did wrong. I see what I did right. Now I need to capitalize off that so I can make that 100 on the next day.
Nice. And then what you do after that, you got to okay. I'm liking it, bro.
Let's talk about this stuff. If you have a goal, is it ever to just be settling within that one goal? If your goal is $100, you want to exceed that, right? So you never want to just settle with settling. You don't never want to just settle with 100. So therefore, let's say there goes 100, you reach 120. You do that over and over again, and that one day that you had hit 80, all those other days where you was overworking and you was putting all that work in, it's gonna add up. But it's a mindset though.
It is a mindset, right? The only reason 100 was just like a regular number, was just a random number that I chose. But like the way I look at it, it's like you get the win. The win comes from doing something that you've never done before. That makes sense. You got to beat your personal best.
No, I get what you're saying, but a win comes from a mindset because we all have different goals and we all have a different desire for our win. At the end of the day, a number's a number. A dollar sign's a dollar sign.
It is.
But a win is based off of a mindset. Me waking up today being alive and breathing is a win. To somebody else making $1,000 today is a win. But again, who's to say that win is better than anybody else's? It's a mindset. That's all that is.
Yeah.
It really is.
That's just like saying, like, how do you negate when something is wrong or right for a person to do? Like,
Exactly.
who gives you the right? Like, you're not God, so nobody gives you the right to say if something is right or wrong. I mean, when it comes to robbing a bank, that's a different story. You feel me? when it comes to doing stuff like that, that's just.
But again, let's talk about it though. Let's talk about it. Robbing a bank. I'm glad you brought that up because we're put in positions in life where sometimes we have it better than others. Why are people robbing banks? Because they don't got the same position we're in life. So again, I'm not gonna point the finger and be like, you robbing a bank wrong, but I got a family to feed. I got a daughter at home. I got a, you know what I'm saying? So again, before I point the finger and be like, yo, you wrong, why not be able to put their hand out and help them?
I mean, you can't blame a brother for trying. You feel me? You can't blame a brother for trying. I for surely agree with that.
I ain't encouraging nobody to rob no banks, but
I'm not saying I'm not encouraging robbing the banks. You feel me?
But
you're gonna have to struggle, and you're gonna have to put on job applications at McDonald's, Jack in the Box, Wendy's. You feel me? Robbing a bank is not the best thing to do.
Rob a bank.
You're gonna have to make $10, $11, $12 an hour. I mean, that's just to go about it the legal way. You feel me? And go up in the hierarchy.
Not enough.
I feel that. That's what I'm saying.
It's not enough.
I understand. You feel me?
What happens when it's not enough?
Hey, you better try harder the next day. Tomorrow's gonna come.
Exactly. It's a mindset, though.
Nah,
you better live up there.
Because look, man. Oh my goodness, bro. Regardless, no matter how you got to get it, bro. First of all, if you got the balls to go in there rob a bank, I respect it. I respect it off the rip, bro. You're doing it for a reason. You're not doing this shit because it's fun. It's stressful. Task. All right. I respect it. That's all nothing to do. That's somebody I could do business with potentially, maybe, right? But like, and then with that, tomorrow is promised. Tomorrow's gonna come, right? And hey, waking up is a win. I 100%. I feel it. But at the same time, we got a lot of people out here that'll be like, hey, it's easy to fall into the trap. Oh, I got up. Got a workout in, my girl feeling cool, got some money in the bank. Like, nigga, everybody does that, bro. Don't be happy about shit that everybody can do.
Not everybody got that, man. Not everybody got a girl happy. Not everybody worked out this morning. Not everybody woke up, and not everybody got money in the bank.
They lost. You
gotta understand something. Are you competing with yourself or are you competing with others? Are you waking up to look at what everybody else is doing, or are you looking up to see what you're gonna be doing today? You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to that, you just woke up and you just, you know what I'm saying, came up with the example of having a girlfriend. What if I ain't got a girlfriend? Focus on yourself then. What if you can't go to the gym? You're going to eat, so focus on your nutrition. What if I ain't got a job?
Find a win out of something, man. Shoot, I got up this morning and brushed my teeth. That may be a win to somebody.
Exactly.
You feel me?
For sure.
I don't know, man. Personally, I feel better when I got a win that I know not many people have done. Like there's pride in doing shit that not a lot of people do. But you guys know where I'm coming from?
I get that. I do. But again, there's no difference between a person that makes 100,000 and $1 million. They both got 24 hours in the day. They could be doing the exact same thing. But again, who's to say that one person is better or winning than the other?
I know who's better.
Why? But why though? Let's talk about this. Let's bring that up. You're gonna say because he's a millionaire, he's better.
Yeah.
So you base him off of
that's a social aspect.
Right. So again, there's different principles that can be put into this. It all comes down to your morals and values. So again, you can be a millionaire and I have 100,000, but I love my family. I'm able to spend time with my family. I'm able to do the things I want. While the millionaire, I'm not saying that he or she can't, but again, you got to sacrifice. You got to be able to maintain. And if you look at millionaires, they sacrifice some time with their families. That's that quote of saying that I'm a millionaire, it comes with something.
It come with it.
It comes with a lot. Some kids get put in that position to be a millionaire. Some kids get put in that position where they come from nothing and getting to $100,000 is like them becoming a millionaire. You feel me?
Ooh, that's a big point. Yeah. You got to be thankful for yours.
But it's a mindset at the end of the day.
Making that 6 figures can be somebody's dream. Making that $1 million could be somebody's dream. Making 10 million could be somebody's dream. It's whatever. That's not what you're comfortable with because you always want to have more. but it's where you came from. It plays a big factor on what you see as a win for yourself.
Like, let's talk about that though, man, because like you said, right? If like somebody who didn't have shit, like I can tell you right now, bro. I wake up tomorrow with $100K in the bank. You ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. I'm gonna be real, bro. I'm gonna be smiling, right?
I
But
don't
like,
know.
if I was born like that, bro, if I was born with you, just born with it. This is why I'm low key. I don't know about generational wealth shit, right? Because if you were born with it, that's why I damn near like feel bad for people who just came in and were already important. Because it's like a big part of what feels good about making it to a certain point is the journey.
Pause.
Right.
It's never that easy. It's never just simply I'm born into it. You got to maintain it. Just because somebody give you $1 million, that don't mean you only got $1 million. You got to be able to flip that. You got to understand how to invest that. So again, let's talk about this. Some people are born into certain situations that's better than others. That's great. But we live in a time today where it's equal opportunity all around. So again, me and you, we have the same opportunity to be able to go get it. Rather that you have a pedestal that's higher than mine.
How so? Like how do you see it as a I don't disagree with the
equal opportunity. I would say
equal opportunity,
equal opportunity, but not equal outcome.
Oh, it's never equal outcome.
Yeah, it's
but again,
equal
some blessings are declined and bigger because you was declined for that.
Yeah. Okay.
So again, we might be both reaching for $1 million. Let's say the value, our goal at the end of this is $1 million, right? Now let's say Patrick, you was able to connect with 2 different people across the world that was able to put you in that position. Does that mean that you're better than me? Nah, you just have an advantage. I'm still gonna work. I'm gonna still put it in. But at the end of the day, let's say you reach that $1 million first. Are you better? No, because I'm still working. You got those 2 other people that helped you out, but again, you got to be able to maintain that lifestyle. So it's a lot that comes with it. Everybody want to come up with the excuse that, he was born into it or they have generational wealth. Somebody along that line had to be able to create that wealth for them. It wasn't just never just given. Somebody had to work for it. Yeah. But again, like LeBron, let's talk about LeBron. LeBron James' son, right? He's LeBron James Jr. He was born into it. Like, look at his dad. But somebody had to work for it. Who worked for it? His dad. So somebody along that tree had to work for it and sacrifice and put in the work so that way somebody else got that generational wealth. So again, I ain't gonna never look at somebody like, he's better because he was born into it. I know somebody along that line, your family tree had worked for it. It wasn't given. Mm-hmm. So again, at the end of the day,
my thing is just like, but when you in that position, being the person that was born into it, bro, it's like, okay, what do you do, right? Because there's a chance you might not have that same fire to go get something like that.
And that's what makes the underdog always better, because they're never going to be able to have that same fire. And that's again, when you talk about what makes someone better is a mindset, because you might be born into it, but I might have the driven goal to be able to go get it better. So at the end of the day, I might be able to be better than you. On the top of that, I work harder than you.
Mm-hmm. I respect that, bro. So like you're saying, like the underdog is always best, right? So
not necessarily though. It can be if they got the mindset to be.
Okay. So like, I want to ask personally, right?
Yeah.
Are you with it? Are you with the whole generational wealth gang? Because like me personally, bro, it's like I talk like, I don't know.
I'm for sure with it.
Because it's like
we need it.
It's like, bro, if I got children, your ass is gonna be struggling, man. It's one way or another. Bro.
You can teach your children to have the discipline enough to understand on how to make it while still being able to give them and provide to them.
Yeah.
So just because I have $1 million doesn't mean I'm gonna automatically give them a car, a house. But I'm a teacher. Here's the thing. I'm gonna put it like this. I can die any day, but the amount of knowledge or wisdom that I can give to my children will last forever. You get what I'm saying? So again,
yeah,
I'm gonna put my children in a position to be able to go get it. But I'm gonna also equip them with the knowledge and wisdom, because that lasts forever. But generational wealth, of course. I would rather be in a position of someone saying like it was given to me from their perspective because of the generational wealth than being a person at the bottom being like, nah, bro. Because at the end of the day, like, I'm working for mine. At the end of the day, everybody wants to be at the top, whether they pointing their finger or they're looking up or they're looking down. Everybody wants to be at the top. So again, why not be able to have that? I'm looking for, hell yeah, I want generational wealth. That's a must.
I need that too for sure. I need it. Generational
Bruh.
wealth is a must. That is a necessity. You know,
For
I
sure.
surely would want my kid to grow up differently. I'm gonna show them, you feel me, how I grew up. This is what I had to go through to understand this is what we need in our family. And I didn't get this mindset from just me. I learned this from my mom. We ain't had no generational wealth in my family. I don't know nobody in my immediate bloodline within mom, grandmother, and great grandmother that's had that. So I gotta establish that somebody gotta do it. If not me, then who? Because I'm not gonna know who's gonna have this the same fire as me. I only know I can. You feel me? So I'm gonna establish this so my kid can live a little bit better life, and then he gonna pass it on.
And see, the foundation can be just starting. You might not be able to even reach generational wealth, but just to be able to have the mindset. Again, it always comes back to the mindset. If your morals and values is always to be able to provide, let's say you don't reach it, does that mean you automatically failed? And it goes back to that 80 and 100 rule. What if your goal is 100, but you only make 80? Nah, because you put it in the same. No, it's not like that.
You failed. We had an objective to get to. We didn't get it done.
No, because tomorrow gonna come and you're gonna be able to have the same opportunity. Same
All
thing
right,
when it comes to generational wealth.
I'm not a moral victory type of nigga. I think you're getting that. I think you're getting that right now, bro. I can't do that, bro. We got something to get done. We didn't get it. That's where I'm at with it. Like,
well, it's two ways to look at that. Cause I'm like, you know, if I'm in the league, right, and the goal, I need to win this championship. You feel me?
I'm not gonna be happy because I made it to the finals, nigga.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to get. What are you talking about? That type of experience?
I don't care.
Not everyone's gonna win, but to have that experience, to understand what it takes to get there, to work to get there again. Come on now.
Would you rather experience the finals as a winner or experience it as a loser?
I'll be there. Being there is a win. Winning is a win.
You got it.
People in the league who would never see that.
Yeah.
But they made it to the league. Is that a win? So it's always standards to it. Getting into the league is a win. Make it to the playoffs is a win. Winning is a win. But you only gonna look at and highlight, oh, winning the finals is a win? No. Because if that's the case, everybody wouldn't be like, I want to make it to the league. No, they'll be like, I want to win the championship. It's not like that. It's always, oh, I want to make it to the league. And then when they get to the league, I want to make it to the be this type of player who stands out, make it to the All-Star game, and then it's the championship.
So it's like tiers. It's like as soon as you get to a new tier, there's different achievements in that tier that you can accomplish.
But again, it comes back to if you got 100,000 and I make 1 million, you look at me talking about I'm winning. But I can look at you and you be like, oh, I'm able to spend time with my family. I'm able to be myself, be genuine to who I am, not be fake to be able to get this money. That could be a win, but it's all about your mindset and how you perceive it. That's all it is.
He said, wait, Grant Hill and Stephen Curry were born. Wait, put that question up there. Or the statement, Grant Hill and Stephen Curry were born to generational wealth, and they seem to be doing quite well.
All right, let's talk about Stephen Curry, though.
Hey, right? you got
generational wealth,
Pops,
right?
Big Bro, and Little Bro in there.
Okay, but again, having that type of publicity can only get you so far.
Yeah, for sure.
Stephen Curry is an outstanding player, not because of his bloodline, but because he put in that work. He sacrificed. He was an underrated player coming out of college.
Yeah.
But was everyone saying, oh, he came from the bloodline, he should make it to the league? No, no one was looking at him when he was down. Mm-hmm. But everybody want to say, oh, he comes from the bloodline because he's great. No. What about all the work he put in? What about the time when people was looking?
It took about 5 years to become good. 5-6 years to become actually good.
And that's you got to understand something. His dad is a great. On top of that pressure, we missing all. Again, he was born into the spotlight. You're an underrated player while your older brother is a killer. Who are you? But now that he's a great, everyone want to look at him and be like, yo, he was born into the blood. He was born into it. His brother was there. What? That was work. Come on now.
Because he could easily not play basketball and did something else, or he could have easily just gave up. Because he's better than his dad
and his brother. But again, who's to say that though? because his brother in the league, he's doing well too. His father's a Hall of Famer, he's doing well too. It's again mindset.
I mean,
It's how you
this
perceiving
dude,
it.
2-time MVP, 3-time NBA champion.
We can
You
get into all
know,
that, but at the end of the day, he put in the
break all
work.
them records.
What's the biggest mistake you see people make, like mindset wise?
The biggest mistake is feeling like you don't got time. It honestly is in rushing it, because we feel that life is so complex. But if you look at a millionaire, and I've done a lot of research within all the professions I've been in, one, you always will have time. Whether you feel like you have a deadline to reach, tomorrow's gonna come. I'm always say that because at the end of the day, if your mindset is understanding that you have a goal and you're gonna reach that goal and you're gonna work to reach it, you're going to get it at the end of the day because that's your mindset.
Okay.
But if you're feeling like I have a deadline, then the deadline's due, and then you don't reach it, you're gonna always just look back like, damn, I'm a failure. I didn't do it. But tomorrow came, but then 6 months come down. You're just like, bro, I remember the time when I had to get. No, you got time, bro. When it comes to a mindset, feeling like it's so complex, it's simple. It really is simple. But when you don't know, it can seem complex. Like I can tell you how to start a business. I can tell you how to get an LLC. I can tell you from A to Z on how to be a personal trainer, how to be great. But just because I'm explaining it to you doesn't mean you're going to understand the complexity of it. But really, it's so simple. I can tell a baby don't touch his hand on the fire, but if they do it, it's a difference from understanding it. It's a difference from having that experience. And it comes from, again, layers of understanding of life.
Question. What is your end goal? Like, what is something that what is your end goal? What do you want to, how am I want to put this? What do you want to accomplish, but what do you want people to take from you being a personal trainer?
My biggest thing from taking from me is not that you give me a title, but of being a personal trainer. I want you to take from me the individual who I am as a person.
Okay.
How I'm kind, how I'm caring, how I'm genuine. And those qualities of a person is so underlooked within business because it's all about money.
Mm-hmm.
And so being in a position where I am being able to be at the pedestal of where I'm at, I'm caring. You know what I'm saying? I want you to look at me as a brother or, you know what I'm saying, as a father figure. And the reason why I say that is because so many times in business, when it comes to money, man, it's a cutthroat. It's a cutthroat game. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be. Because at the end of the day, when we both came from nothing, we was looking at each other with respect. But because you got a little bit more money than me, you feel like, you know what I'm saying, I'm below you. Where's the respect? So, you know what I'm saying? If you can take from a person, from an individual, that, you know, those morals and values and their traits, and you can carry along with that, it don't matter what mistakes that they do in life, you gonna understand them, you know, through the heart. And that's what matters the most. And so I thought you was actually gonna ask a question on you know, what do I want my life to look like? You know what I'm saying? And
that is another question I was going to ask. You can go ahead and answer that as well.
To answer that one, bro. I've seen millionaires go from having everything to having nothing. I didn't see families be broken up because of the mindset of knowing that if it wasn't for these things that I provided, then I'm nothing. Right? But my biggest thing in life is the things that I can control, which is myself. You know, and to be able to come from nothing and be able to have something, knowing that it can be taken away from me at any given moment, to be happy, be content, being able to breathe and just, you know, live a stress-free life and being able to just love my family. I'm saying, love my daughter. I got a daughter. I didn't tell you about that. I got a daughter. I'm saying, being a family man, like, it's a lot to it. It's a lot to it.
Okay. We missed quite a bit, man.
I don't like how he just breathed into that shit. You ain't think to say that, or we was catching.
Nah. So the reason why I didn't say it, bro, is for the simple reason of understanding that my personal life and what I do for a profession, I got to keep separate.
Okay.
And the reason why I do that is if anybody asks me like, oh, do you have children? Of course. I'm proud to say I'm a father. Of course, hands down. But to go out the way and be like, I have a daughter, look at her. No, like, let her be. Like, I come, like, my mindset, I'm a very old school person. Like, if you know me, I'm not on social media. And I don't take pictures because I'm enjoying the moment. You know what I'm saying? And we live in today's era where everybody want to be like this. Oh, look at my daughter. She going up so fast. Put the phone down and understand that. Take that time in because you ain't going to get that moment back. Mm-hmm. And so that's why I really don't. I got a daughter. Like, nah, I'm a proud father because at the end of the day, I know it. You know what I'm saying? And that's for me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like,
man.
Yeah, that's why I did that. So, but yeah, I'm a proud father, man. Seriously, she's 1 year old. And again, when we talked about
How is that, man? How is that like? Does it? Because when you got a child, I
right,
mean, not saying I got experience, but like that make you look at life so differently, especially when you're young and you have a child. It make your whole like brain shift into a whole different gear. It's not just me I'm worrying about. I got somebody depending on me every single day.
it really depends on your mindset, bro. And the reason why I say that is because nothing really changed for me mentally because I already knew that I was planning to have children when I was older. I knew
Right.
that I wanted to be able to provide for myself. I knew that I want to lay the foundation of generational wealth. So really having somebody to look up to, like my child, just understanding that again, like all the things that you said was, yeah, but we know that though, right? There's
Mm-hmm.
nothing new. You're gonna have to provide. You're gonna have to be able to go through those learning curves in life. And
Mm-hmm.
so really it's just a mindset. Like for me, I was excited. I was in a position of just knowing that everything's gonna be okay. And having a village around me that's supportive of her well being, it's great. I'm not saying that we perfect, but for sure, like it's a mindset. But at the end of the day, it's just part of life.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like, oh, my mindset, I'm awoken, I'll treat women differently. I was always treating women with respect. I was always making sure I put their best interest first. So having a daughter, there's no difference. Like, what?
Patrick be tripping. I understand, man. I've
Here's
been
the
I've been
thing,
with
though.
my
Here's the
girl for
thing.
almost 2 years now, man.
I know where Patrick Manuel. Come on, Patrick.
Yeah,
Come on,
Patrick
Pat.
be tripping, man. He
But
he ain't got
yeah,
no girl. That's why, man. He
he
don't
got a mama
know what
though.
it's like.
He got a mama though, right?
He do.
You treat your mama with respect, right?
As a creator, you guys gotta understand. I gotta do shit for the content. All right, yeah, you guys gotta understand that. All right, I mean, I would hope they can see that, but hey, man, yeah, treat women
Nah,
with
but seriously,
respect.
whether it's a girl of yours, it's your mama, your grandma. At the end of the day, we know our principles, we know our morals. Have
Yeah.
respect. You know what I'm saying, and be kind to people. You know what I'm saying. I ain't saying we all perfect with it, but again, we know whether you choose to do it or not.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely.
Yeah, but Patrick,
Most
you said.
definitely. That's
Oh
crazy
man,
though.
what's the biggest thing you got to do before you die, man?
The biggest thing I gotta do, just live. It's not guaranteed tomorrow, like for me personally, but I know that it's gonna come. And so why stress about what I'm gonna do when I die when I got right now? Being the best person I can be. Because at the end of the day, I can't control nothing else. In a year from now, I can be a millionaire, I can be a billionaire, I can be a trillionaire. I can be able to be on a pedestal of the world, or I can just be who I am today. And nobody knows. So again, my biggest goal in life is just to be me, be happy. And it comes down to those morals and values, bro. Seriously, because we see it all the time. People that got everything, you know what I'm saying? They got social media, they got their presence on social media, they got millions of followers, you know what I'm saying? They got money to be able to provide, but they're not happy. Why? Because their mindset and their heart, they never took the time to be able to reflect on themselves well enough to know that I'm okay on who I am. And then when they felt like, oh, the money was going to be the factor of what I was missing, then they get it. Then they're like, something's missing. I need the attraction from others. And then once they got that, they was like, damn, I don't even want that now. I just want to be by myself now. It's like, wait. You know what I'm saying? So again, my biggest thing in life is being able to just be happy, provide for mine.
Do you think that's true though?
What you
Like
mean?
people say like money and like shit like that, like money and fame and shit like that doesn't bring happiness. Do you think that's true?
Okay, let's I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Having money, here's the thing. Having money provides you with opportunity. Having fame provides you with connections. And so being able to have the two, if you have the mindset, it can put you in a better position. But you can see rappers now, they got 100,000 and they'll show it to you. Okay. But me, my mindset, I got 100,000. You ain't gonna see it. I'm gonna be on vacation. I'm gonna be traveling. I'm gonna be doing everything. So it's not that the physical paper, right, provides opportunity. It's what you do with it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can have $1 million, but great. Like I'm gonna have $1 million, and you gonna see it within what I do. I ain't gonna say it, but you gonna see it. Like traveling, providing, putting my child in private school, doing all types of things like that. It can provide opportunity, which can equal happiness. But if you just equate money to happiness, no, it don't.
I don't know, man. You made a good point, bro. But like me,
Yeah, put it that way, yeah, for sure.
I don't think that's like when I hear that just off the bat to
All right,
reiterate
Patrick. If I give you $1 million, what you gonna do with it?
First off, I'm gonna say thank you, sir. Thank you.
What you gonna do with it? What you gonna do with it? What you gonna do with it?
Honestly, bro, it's just gonna sit there for a little bit, and I'm gonna find people that can help me multiply it.
Okay, so you got $1 million. Okay, let's say it multiplies to 10. What you gonna do with it?
I'm gonna repeat step one.
Okay, but again, this is the difference. You're multiplying your money, which is great. But again, you got to provide for yourself. You got a mom and dad that's still working. You got family members that's going to be dependent on you. You're going to have attractions based off of others because you have money. You multiply money to do what with it, though?
Hey,
again, so the goal isn't just to have money to say I'm financially stable. No, it's to be able to put yourself in a position to be financially stable and also be able to live life. You're going to either work for money by sacrificing time, or you're going to either have time, right, equate to your money. Now, again, at the end of the day, at this very moment, I might not be making money, but again, I have time. And when I'm making money, again, at the same time, I'm going to have time. So at the same time, I'm going to be in a better position. But at the same time, my mindset is going to be good. Now, but on a serious note, though, at the end of the day, bro, it's about just understanding your mindset.
Man.
You know, so if I give you $1 million and you just put it in the bank and you feel happy, it's a mindset. If you gave me $1 million today, what I do with it, again, it creates opportunity. And that's what drives people's emotions to allow them to be happy. That's it.
I would do stuff for other people, like get my dad his car, get my mama a house.
Why?
Invest it.
Why?
What?
Why would you give your mama a car? Why would you give me my house? Why?
Why my mama house?
Yeah, why?
Question marks on that. Yeah, why?
Because you feel me, I gotta make sure my mom taken care of.
No, but look, again, if you never was to reach $1 million, she was gonna be good regardless. But why are you gonna give her a house? Why are you gonna give them a car?
For sure, because I need to take care of them.
No, you gotta. Regardless you reach your goals or not, they're gonna be taken care of.
Yeah, well, yeah, they can take care of themselves for sure.
Right now,
but I want the satisfaction for myself of being able to retire my parents early.
Okay, that's a distinguished factor. Retiring your parents is one thing, but buying them a house and a car, you know why you say that? Because society portrays that. What if they don't want a house and a car?
Nah, they my dad want a car.
All right then. But why a car though? Because his emotions connected to that car is from being happiness. It's not the physical paper like, oh, you bought him a car. Like, nah, it's just the emotion that drives from it.
Well, yeah, because my dad loves cars, and you feel me? This is his dream car, so you feel me? I get him that car, cool. That makes me happy because hearing him, explain to me why I'm young. He wants his car. Boom, get it at boom. I'm financially free. I'm taking care of my family. More time, my mom, she ain't got to worry about nothing. All she got to do is worry about taking care of my her grandkids, and that's it. You feel me?
It seems so simple when you're not. It seems so simple when you look and reflecting at it, but it's not. And the reason why is because when you're at a position where you have so much money, bro, the amount of attention you get is ridiculous. Like, you take care of your mama, great. You take care of your dad, great. You got siblings, great. You gonna have cousins and uncles and nieces that you ain't never even knew. They're gonna be coming to your door. You're gonna have fans. You're gonna have people that's gonna come to you from the streets that you ain't even know. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much attraction. I mean, when it comes to money, bro, this is why you really got to be content. It's easy to look at something and reflect on the situation where you're at now, rather than when you have the money and be like, and put yourself in a better position. Because when you're in a better position, you have to be able to maintain that position.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you're a millionaire, if you're a millionaire, You're looking to maintain an exotic lifestyle. You got to maintain having millions and millions and millions.
Well, that type of lifestyle is not personally not the lifestyle I want to live. I do. Let's say I do want a nice car, right?
Right.
Do want a do want a
Maury.
nice house, but me personally, I'm not that type of flashy guy. So personally, if I no, not if when I do get
Thank
a
you.
lot of money, I'm not
I'm
gonna be
disappointed.
flashing it, cashing. Oh, I'm gonna flex a little bit. You gonna
Who am I
see
gonna
my
flex with,
car, my
Maury?
house.
What do you mean you don't want to flex?
But
Where's
Why
this
I'm
do you want to
coming
not
flex
gonna
for it
from?
be.
though?
It's not gonna be.
That's
It's
I
not gonna be
want to
Who you
something
flex.
like.
flexing for?
Me.
It's not.
This is
It's
where
not
me.
a. Who are you talking about, Pat?
No, like why you want to flex for? Who you flexing for?
I
Me.
want to
I'm
flex.
not.
It's for
I'm not.
me.
I'm not flexing to flex. Me getting all this stuff that I wanted for myself, I achieved, and working on that. That's just gonna make me happy inside. Not the throwing it in somebody's face. That's not gonna make me happy. But me, getting this nice car that I want, this nice house, getting
Wow.
that job that I wanted and I worked so hard to achieve for. Yeah, that's gonna make me happy. And that's what comes with it, the lifestyle and the money. But it's not gonna be flashy though. It's still gonna be normal, but I'm still gonna want the things I want to satisfy me because I worked so hard for that.
And I'm glad you highlighted, what makes you happy because, so many times we get what society portrays as, as what's the style, right? And you get this money, you get this fame, you get the joy because society portrays that this is what you need to look cool or fit in, or you need this type of car, this type of house to fit in. But because you was able to outline, this is what makes you happy at the end of the day, then that's okay.
Oh
There's
yeah,
people that's listening that they need to understand, like when you get to the top, you got to do what makes you happy. Ultimately, sometimes
Hmm.
when we get to the top, actually, majority of the time when we get to the top, now we got to maintain it by pleasing others, right? And you see it all the time on social media. They
yeah,
pleasing others to be able to fit in. And you ultimately, when you again, and this is how it goes, you come into the game with a kind heart, and you leave it all fucked up. Why? Because you came in pure with the understanding that want to help others, want to be committed towards helping my family. Then you get at the top and you got all these responsibilities and this image to maintain, and it becomes draining because like, yo, that's not what you signed up for. I ain't saying that you can't do it. I believe in you for sure. You're gonna be able to make it happen. I already know. But when you get all of that, understand, maintain to your morals and values, and understand that you're gonna stick to what makes you happy. Truthfully.
most definitely.
And what if? And what do
Not
you
that type
do?
of person, man.
And what do you do if what makes you happy is going against the grain? Because I'm gonna be real, bro. When when you was talking to everything you was talking about, you described me perfectly. First
Oh
thing
yeah.
I'm doing. Oh man. I'm making niggas sick. First thing I'm doing.
Hey man,
But here's the thing though. Once you get to that point of that fame, of that status, bro, you're gonna try, and again, you gotta be genuine. Like you can be a genuine person doesn't mean you're gonna attract genuine people when you up there. But if you want those type of women and you want that type of lifestyle and you want that type of attention, great, that's you. But you're gonna get tired of it real fast. And it might not be a day, it might not be a couple of years, it could be a decade, but at the end of the day, you're gonna look back and time gonna fly, you can be like, damn, like who do I got around me that's genuine, who's real? And it's so hard to come by because everybody at the top, they see all these people around, but they not genuine. So everybody got trust issues and they, you know what I'm saying? You see it. We all see it. So yeah, you can get the exotic car. That's great, Patrick. But guess what's gonna come with it? Fakeness.
I
People who
want to
want to be in that.
experience it first. I want to
Say that again.
experience it. I said I want to experience. At least let me experience it first.
I'm not gonna experience, bro. But you gotta understand what comes with it. Some experiences just it just needs to be left alone. Like you
Oh
see
man,
it. But hey, if you want to experience it, bro, go ahead. Like
that's
if your
hard, man.
motivation is the woman, if your motivation is that the cars, the lifestyle, then great, go for it. I ain't knocking that. Just understand when you get to that level, understand what that comes with it. I'm
man,
not. Here's the
I
thing. Like,
okay.
I don't want you to be. I don't want you to feel as if the exotic cars and nice things you should have those things, but understand what comes with it. You can handle it. That's all I'm saying.
I get what you're saying, man. It's just like no matter, I just can't see a reality where I'm sitting in a fucking Lambo and I got the nerve and audacity to be unhappy, knowing where I done came from, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like I got the nerve, like, cause you a real
Because
ungrateful dude. If you can sit in a Lambo and be ungrateful, bro.
you
I don't
see
feel
it
like
all
you'd
the
be
time, though.
ungrateful.
You
I thought it
see
would
you
be a
see it
lot
all the
different.
time, though. You see people that's at the top and they commit suicide.
Stupid.
Why?
It's dumb.
But again, you know why you're looking at it that way? Because you're looking at somebody who has something that you don't. So you can't understand or comprehend why they would think that because you're basing off your experience.
Regardless, bro, it's like even if you're broke, man, I think don't commit suicide, bro. That's stupid.
But
Reject all
again,
that shit.
you can't necessarily point the finger and say don't. This is like, oh, you're robbing a bank. You shouldn't do that. But you got to understand why they're doing it first before you can say, you don't understand what people are going through to understand, to relate to. You got to be able to understand to relate to them to be able to say that.
I don't think I want to understand it though, right? Because
Again,
why
to
would I?
understand, you can.
I'm being real.
Yeah.
Like, why would I? Because why would I want to take on the thinking of someone who's sad, right? Because to me, it's like, well, shit, you should be looking at how I view life. Then why would I want to be like, oh no? Because I said it before, but like that depression shit, nigga, like that shit isn't real. People will come. People will attack you for that. Like, no, depression is like, no, like depression is very real. You gotta like mental. Like, if it's so bad, then how come you're coming at me defending it? Right? Why would you defend something that does wrong to you? That makes no sense to me.
It's a mind game at the end of the day. It's a mindset.
Right.
Some people have, some people aren't all the way there. So that's where that does come from. So I would say we can't really say, oh, it's not real. I'm not trying to negate how you think, but some people go through different things that make them think that way. Because the mind, it's like a sponge. You feel me? If I soak up this is how it's going to operate for the rest of my life. That's how a lot of people get traumatized and stuff like that.
I'm glad you put it that way, seriously, because depression is real. All those is real. Because life, it can get real, bro. Seriously. But to discredit it is stating something without knowing. But again, I ain't gonna speak too much on it because I ain't know. I you know what I'm saying? I ain't really in that field of expertise to speak on it, but from experience and from just being around people, like it is real.
From the perspective of that, like what you saying, bro, like the mind is a sponge, man. If you sucking up for shit that's making you sad, you better wring that shit out, nigga.
But again, it's not that easy. It's not that easy.
It's not that hard to get yourself out of the situation if that's how you've been brought up. Certain people have been brought up in situations that they have no control of. You've been brought up in a situation that you had no control of, but it's been fortunate for you. Some people don't have that luxury.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you'll get the shot though to take control of it. If you review around long enough, you're gonna get the shot to take control of it, bro.
But how would you know that though?
This is just being alive, bro. As long as because I get what you're saying, right? You got no control over who you are as a kid. You got no control over who your family is, your ethnicity, what city you from, how much money you have. You ain't got control over that shit, right?
Yes, you do.
Like, when you come up,
what are you talking about? If you're a child, you have control over who you are as a person.
Explain.
Just because I'm a kid, I have control of who I am as an individual. I might not know myself completely, but I know myself enough to know who I am. But again, you got to understand that being brought up. If you have parents who neglected who they were, that's going to be brought down to you. If you don't understand if you don't take the time to understand yourself, you will never understand yourself. So then you would have lost identity. And then you will feel like you're falling within the crowd because you didn't take the time to know yourself. There's people day in and day out that wake up every day, with so much going on, so much stress in their life to where like they just exhausted. They feel like they know the solution, but they just can't do
it. You know what? I agree with you on that. I ain't gonna hold you. I like that one.
But that's the mind game, though.
I like taking.
At the end of the day, it comes to your perspective and it comes to your mindset, your morals and values, and what you was raised on.
So we agree that you got. So what I hear is you got control of your life from a very young age, or who you are at least. Who you are.
Have you ever seen a child be smarter than an adult? Of course.
Yeah. Right. So hold on. So we agree on this, right?
Patrick agreeing with me.
Yeah, we agree on this, right? We agree. You got control over who you are from a young age.
To an extent.
To an extent.
It's
To an
always
extent. Right. So my
Yeah.
thing is, right. So we agree on that. And you got control over it. You got control over who you are and how you view the world, your perspective for sure.
Right.
Why in the world would you want to believe in being unhappy?
Because it's just as simple as a child when your parent tells you to do something that you know is wrong, but you still do it anyway. It's like when somebody calls the phone, and you're a child and you pick it up and your parent tells you, "Oh, tell them I'm not here," but you know you're there, but you do it anyway. It's because
bill collectors.
Right, exactly. Right. When a bill collector call and you're a child, first thing your parent gonna say, "Tell them I'm not here." But you know that they're and they know that, what I'm saying? So what I'm getting at really, bro, is the simple fact of knowing that to an extent you can know who you are, but again, you need the guidance of others to help pave the way to have that clarity. And I can start out believing that I'm strong, but if everyone around me tells me I'm weak, then eventually I'm gonna start thinking I'm weak, no matter how my confidence is because again, I might feel this one way, and then again, your surrounding might say another thing.
Yeah, I feel you, bro, but fuck that. Everybody telling you weak. I think I'm strong, bro. All it takes is one dude.
Bro,
you're
that's
3 years
a
old,
diamond in the rough, though.
But if you like 3 years old and you believe it's like this, if you're a young child and you believe the sky is blue, but everybody tells you it's red, you're gonna grow up thinking it's red.
Yes and no, because I ain't gonna care with you. Me just growing up, being young, you feel me, and like having having an older brother and stuff like that. I don't know, kind of like you kind of want to resent the other way sometimes. It's like you telling me this. Like personally, I feel like it depends on the person. I'm gonna just say that. That's why I'm gonna make my statement. It depends on the person on how they perceive what everybody else tells them.
I've always had this question linger in my head. If you believe you're right and the world believes you're wrong, are you right or wrong?
I'm fucking right.
It's not that simple though.
It's
really not. If you believe you're right and the world believes you're wrong, who's right and who's wrong?
I'm right.
So if everyone comes up to you,
doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter.
And that's where it comes. You got to have a strong mindset.
That's very hard. I'm not gonna lie.
It really is because you look at it every day.
It's like if everybody's saying 2 + 2 is 5, and I know it's 4.
You gonna question yourself for
sure. If it gets to the point, bro. If it gets to that point, everybody's saying I'm like at that point. You know what? Fuck this. Let's open up bank accounts.
Okay, here's the thing though. We can go back to the money. Let's go back to the money. Everyone says that having money doesn't equal happiness. Then why is it we're still questioning it when we know money brings opportunity, which equals happiness? Why would you still question it then?
Because people are, I don't know, man.
Exactly. And that's what I'm getting at. The I don't know factor is because if you believe money makes you happy, but the world says it doesn't, you're going to question yourself. What you're doing, which is
I'm not. Wait. You
just said I don't know.
Don't get me caught up.
You just said I don't know.
Don't do that.
You just said I don't know.
How you gonna catch me up on the podcast? I'm hosting. Come on, man.
So again, it's not that
everybody got to be held accountable.
Whoa.
If you believe you're right and the world says you're wrong, who's right and who's wrong? It comes back to your perspective, your mindset, and your morals and beliefs.
Yeah,
that's what it comes back to.
F everybody. I'm right. Forget y'all. When I get to the top, I'm standing on y'all.
My man, as you should.
Bro. I feel like I only get that mindset. It's like when you've been hated on so much, it's like damn. It's like to prove everybody wrong thing. It's like I'm gonna just prove everybody wrong. Literally, I'm not gonna stun on everybody, but I'm gonna prove to you that I am right and that you are wrong.
And that's like what the 1% does, though. What about the rest of the 99% who fall short, believing what the world thinks? It's easy to say, like, you know what? I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm gonna prove everybody wrong. That's what the 1% mindset is. But what if, and a lot of times this is what happens, what if the world is right? What if externally I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna go against the world, but internally I feel like, damn, the world is kind of right. That's what's gonna happen.
Well,
that's what happens.
we all have our gut, we all have our intuition, right? And I
Right.
feel like if you can connect it spiritually with the world and you believe in spirits and all that stuff, and you feel that your intuition is telling you that this is right, I feel like that is the way you should go. And that's believing in yourself. And I feel like that's the universe telling you
Do
this
you
is
go
the
with
way
your
you
gut
should go.
1,000% of the time?
I
Yeah,
I I I, I
yeah,
don't. I
bro.
don't.
You
But
don't.
you
You
feel
don't.
something inside of you. You
You
feel me?
don't. Again,
I get punished every time I don't. Let me be real.
and
I
exactly, and
do.
I'm glad you brought that
I
up
mean, I'm gonna
because
keep it real with you. I don't all the time.
exactly, and you're human.
Mhm.
In life, you're gonna make some actions. You should have been like, well, my gut was told me to go left when I meant it right. And that's where experience and growth comes from. Because once you get to that, point in life, when it comes around again, I'm gonna go with my gut. But sometimes you need to make those mistakes to be like to without question. And I'm saying, if you're a believer in God, that's where your belief stands strong. Your faith, that's when that comes in. Because
Right.
if you have the mindset, if you was brought up understanding your morals and values, right, and you're willing to take action to go against the grain, what's left is believing in God to allow Him to take control of the things that you can't. And so when God's your gut, He tell you that go left, and you have the experience of making that right, and you should have went left, you're gonna make that left without question, and then you're gonna see blessings. That's how it goes.
Right.
But it's easy to say it, but it's definitely a challenge to just go through that.
It
Seriously,
is a challenge to go
It
against
is,
the
it's
grain.
it is a it is yeah, it is a
it's a
challenge,
challenge,
no
man.
cap. I
Seriously,
completely agree with
it's
that, man.
okay though. It's okay to make the mistakes because at the end of the day, if you know that I'm gonna learn from it,
For sure.
you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be all good.
Man, regardless of how you look, like, bro, leave a like for Ice, man. This has been turned. He
Hey,
been dropping reviews
yeah,
the
Y'all,
whole
so
time.
y'all
let's
better like up this whole
You better
video.
like it up.
Y'all better share it. Y'all better do
Make sure you
everything.
check out the
Like, comment,
services.
subscribe, share it. You feel me?
right.
All
We're
his
at
links are in the
117
description below.
subscribers. We need to grow every single day. You know, we content.
So somebody
Right,
actually
tomorrow's
said
about to come, but we got to keep going. You feel me?
they
We got
said
to keep going.
the individual is peaceful within themselves. Thank you. And the individual is peaceful within themselves when the outside influences does not guide their decisions. And it's easy when you don't have the attention of others, right? It's easy to be able to have your own gut and go with it. But again, all the time you see within artists, rappers, like when they have a hit and the world's onto it, they can drop a song that's okay. But if the world says it's a hit, he or she gonna be like it's a hit. But once the world goes aside of it, but you really speaking out and you pouring out your emotions and the world's not going with it, is it still a hit?
Dang, I don't know, because I listen to a lot of rappers' song. Personally, for me, I'm like, man, this song's trash. You feel me? But this song right here that the world don't think is clean, I think it's the cleanest song. I don't know why. I feel like
From the heart. It gotta come from the heart
I feel like
because
when you feel something and
yeah,
like that song make you start tingling and all that stuff, that's when I feel like that's a banger. I ain't gonna cap with you. I feel
it
like
gotta
music
come
is
from the
really
heart.
real.
And sometimes your biggest strengths come from when when no one knows. For me, a lot of the times I like to look at and I was talking to my brother about this. You know what I'm saying? When we look at somebody at their top, no one knows or will ever be able to comprehend the worstest part of their lives. You know what I'm saying? You just won't be able to. They can speak on it. They can even have images and videos, but you just will never comprehend unless you go through it. And so why I'm saying that is because, again, being in that position and being in a position of fame, knowing that every action you take leading up to that fame is pure and from the heart, no matter if the world believes and is on your side about it, if it's coming from the heart, you're gonna think it's a hit no matter what. But again, it's staying true to yourself. And a lot of people when they get up there, I'm up there based off of what I went through. Now I'm trying to maintain based off of what everybody wants around me. That's not being genuine to you. So again, it comes with some experience, bro. It don't happen overnight, but when you realize that truly again, I can speak on this a lot, but once you had a perspective and a mindset, I'm not talking about like no third eye type stuff and being woke, but once you understand and taking time to yourself, bro.
I feel like I saw that the other day in a lady that was talking to me. I feel like I saw a third eye. Okay, I don't know if I was tripping or that was somebody speaking to me.
You ain't seen
I
no
don't
third
know.
eye, bro.
Hey man,
You gotta take time to yourself and
you
reflect
can
on who
see
you are.
illusions.
You know what I'm saying? Once you do that, it don't matter what the world thinks. Because if you're comfortable in your own skin and the world believes you're wrong, you're fine.
This is wild, man. Hey, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
real, bruh. Like shout out to the chat. Ice has learned a lot from his life experiences and has grown so much. Continue on being blessed. I gotta be real, bro. Ice. It feels like we have completely switched perspectives. Like, bro, when I was a freshman, bro, this is how I was talking and thinking and shit like that, right? And now I'm the dude who's leaning into all the shit they told you not to do, trying to flex on people. I'm constantly on my phone all day. What got you here, bro? What made you think like this?
Growing up, you know what I'm saying? Just being, I grew up in the system my whole life. Since 5, I'm still in it. I get out of the system. And what I mean by the system, I mean foster care. So I only have myself. And I'm not saying that as if I didn't have people along the way. Shout out to all those who helped me and paid the way. But you know, at the core root, it was just me, whether it was in a good position or in a bad position. And so I had a lot of time to be able to just reflect on life and see it. I've been in positions where, but luckily for me, I can say that within being in the system that I seen poverty, I seen middle class, I seen high, you know what I'm saying? I done seen every spectrum of life. I done lived across millionaires, people who got thousands, millions of dollars that got the Bugattis, the everything you want. And I didn't come from living under the freeway. You know what I'm saying? So for me, having that mentality, understanding that, yo, I come from nothing. It's just been a humble experience just to be in my life and be in my own shoes to see that, you know, it was important for me not to have what everybody wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like in middle school, 6th and 7th, 8th grade, where the KDs was popping. And I was shopping at some knockoff places, you know what I'm saying? But I was content. You know, I was like, my thing was, I can give you two stories. One of them was I was like 6, 7 years old. And pizza, you know, pizza when you're young, everybody wants pizza. And really, at the time, I couldn't have pizza because I was in trouble. But I had a bologna sandwich. No cheese, just bologna sandwich.
Fuck.
And while everybody was eating pizza, I was like, you know what? As long as I'm eating, I'm good. So I was like, give me my bologna sandwich. I'm eating. And the people that was like, what the hell? Like, you supposed to be feeling disappointed because you're not eating pizza. So I ended up getting pizza, right? Same thing with shoes. I didn't have the top brand shoes, but I had shoes on my feet. So guess what? I'm going to go get my $50 shoes. I'm going to have 20,000 pairs of shoes, but I'm content. So that way, when I got the Jordans or whatever, at the end of the day, it is what it is. And so what it came down to was just looking at other people's lives and doing that and learning from their mistakes. Like I done seen people who have the name brand and feel like, oh, I needed this to fit in, when I didn't see people who come from nothing and they feeling content within themselves. And I'm like, you know what? You can have both, but you got to be true to yourself. And that's a hard balance. It really is.
Damn.
So I didn't come from a lot, bro.
I'm stay true to that bag.
I'm a gray area type of guy.
Oh, yeah.
I always try to see what's modern in every situation.
Yeah.
But
I used to be.
I don't know. It's hard. I be trying to be the good guy.
I feel that, Maury.
At the same time, it's like, you know, sometimes I be trying to go left.
This is why
I be getting pulled back right. I be getting tugged. It's like a tug where I be.
We work well together. I ain't gonna lie to you, Mark, because I'm fully embracing my role as the evil nigga on the podcast. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's the dynamic, baby. You feel me? We gotta have it on here.
For sure.
That's why we go crazy. You dig?
Fully embracing my role, bro.
Hold on,
I'm a green area type of guy.
Are you influenced? Ice. Question. Are you influenced by any celebrities, or any big time people at all?
Being influenced. That's a tricky way of looking at it, because if I was to meet somebody down the street, I want to stop and be like, hey, can I take a picture? That's not who I am. But I can always learn from everybody. But money, man, what's Floyd Money Mayweather? I love that boy because
Floyd is a G.
Yeah.
And it's not because he's 15, no. It's not because he's the world's greatest champ. It's because he's true to him. And I love it because at the end of the day, he didn't fought Jake Paul for 100M. In the world, like, you man, boxing, you can't be doing that. But he's like, bro, at the end of the day, legacy don't feed your family. Money do. Come on. And so he made moves that where he went against the grain and he's staying true to himself. In one of his interviews, he was talking about how, at the end of the day, only God can judge me. At the end of the day, I gotta be, true to myself. And I feel like no matter what position he was in life, he was always true to him. That's one of many people that I feel like, I look up to, take a lot from. But there's not, one person I'm like, oh, they influence me. It's like, I learn from everybody. I learn from y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I asked you the other day with your TikTok, like, bro, you up there. Like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm influenced by anybody and everybody. I didn't come from nothing. I didn't seen everything. So, and there's a lot more to see. So for me, I ain't really influenced by not one specific person. My peers, my individuals who raised me. Shout out to San Leandro Lions. Jensen, you know what I'm saying? I didn't learn, man, people in the system. I didn't been influenced by so many people. Like, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see people that's not blood be able to just be willing to give their last and all just to see me win. So I'm influenced by everybody I come around. So yeah, bro.
Well said. Well said. How you guys on, man?
Man. Yeah, all right.
His perspective has been changed completely.
Who, mine?
Yeah, Pat.
Yeah.
Hey, look, Pat, like, man.
Yeah. You making me feel like you like me. I ain't gonna lie.
Making you think a little bit.
This is the first guest that's made me second guess. He's made me second guess the way I view life. Has he switched it? No. He ain't switched it. But he made me seriously second guess what got me to this point, right? And hey, I gotta sit here and ask myself, this is what's going on in my head right now. Am I going the right way? As long as the bank account is growing, I'm gonna say yeah. But look,
hey, I mean that's defining your win. You feel me? That's how you.
But again, it's a mindset. If your bank account was gonna motivate you to get up every day, then that's your win. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't knocking it. I'm just telling you, like, when you get to the point to where you, like, yo, I'm making money. I got everything I wanted materialistically. What's left? It's gonna be your mindset.
What about when it comes to impacting other people? That's why I feel like we'll be left after making a whole bunch of money because how it sounded like you were explaining that for a second. It sounded like there's no point in me working all this way to get here if like I'ma just be not happy with the money I've obtained or all the materialistic things I obtained. That's why I think Pat was taking it. Think were you taking it in that way?
I didn't wait. Rephrase that.
So basically, there's no point in me getting here if it's going to sound like or not sound like if it's going to seem like I'm unhappy because I did get here and I did achieve everything that I wanted.
Yeah, like I would like the way I look at it is like I don't necessarily believe that perspective, right? Like, oh, this stuff won't make you happy because it's like to me, you know what that sounds like? It's like rich people talk about like, oh yeah, it sucks up here. Having money sucks. I'll keep it all. It's okay. You stay broke, man. I hate it so much.
And see, there's a distinction though. When you hear people like that, they're saying it from two perspectives. One of them can be from just they don't want you to be up there with them. Two is because they come from a background where, like you, they thought that it would be with everything they wanted. It's like when you buy a fresh pair of new shoes. When you get it, it's lit. But a year go by, it's not it. It's the same thing when you get millions of dollars. It's the same thing. Like, I got it. I've achieved it. I got all these women around me. I got these yachts. It's only so much materialistic stuff you can buy. And once you get it all, it's a lot. And I ain't knocking it. And it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Once you get there and you in that, you're going to realize that this ain't what it is. Everything isn't what it's saying. We can all contest to that. Right? That's what we're at.
To be honest, I think a lot of things will be like, I felt like from like a 7-8-year-old standpoint, thinking when I'm like 18, 19 years old, I'm thinking everything is going to be a lot more grand. Right. I'm thinking everything is going to be a lot more drastic change. Like I go to I fly out to Oklahoma 3 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, or 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. I thought this process of going to college would be a lot more grand and Jurassic. I'm thinking I'm be just so over here, and it's not. That is a complete opposite.
Big on the
Right.
roster.
Complete opposite. I thought I was gonna look like extremely different than I look when I was little. Of course, I look different, but it wasn't how dramatic as I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like 6'5". You feel me? Everything it just didn't happen how I really thought it was gonna happen.
I would say to touch on what you were saying about giving back when you're at the top. You don't need to have much to give back. You can give back your
Okay.
time. You can give back your experience. You can give back, with money. But at the end of the day, we see people at the top, they giving back. All right, cool. But again, at the end of the day, you got to be able to take time. Everybody don't need specifically, a brand new book. They need somebody that's going to be, what I'm saying, a big brother, or, somebody that, is looking out for them. Not everybody need just, a paycheck. You know what I'm saying? There's people that got depression. There's people that got real illnesses. Money ain't gonna help that. You know what I'm saying? Like they need somebody that can understand and relate and be able to help them and just sit down, take the time. So you don't really also always need like 100 million to be able to reach 100 million lives.
Yeah, the mind is priceless.
Right.
And once you, that's why psychology is really interesting to me, and that's why I took it. I took it at the beginning of senior year. Like reading people and understanding how to get into somebody's mind was just very interesting to me, and learning how can I affect this person and how I can either make them have a great day or make them have a terrible day.
Or ruin the day. I'll fuck
Yeah,
with it.
it's something that is like really crazy, and it's something that's very interesting to me, and how just men act and women, and when it comes to kids, little boys and little girls, it's really interesting to really see the dynamics of everything when it comes to psychology. As question for you, did you take psychology at all, or do you like psychology? You understand? You go through that?
I would say I have a big interest in psychology, but when it comes to reading people, when it comes to statistics, the reason why I don't base my life off of statistics is based off of others.
Yeah.
Right. And so when it comes to psychology, it's like there are some truths and there are some, great facts in regards to how we operate. Right. But it can all be switched based off of our mentality and, how we choose to operate.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, but to answer that question, psychology is very interesting. I was able to grasp it and understand it from experience, but I love learning. You know what I'm saying? But my knowledge versus my experience always outweighed my knowledge, especially when it comes to psychology. Because sometimes, those books and those textbooks is based off of others' experience. It might not correlate to mine because we come from two different backgrounds. And
Yeah.
so,
For sure, yeah, because mine came from. We did that it was the little online classes and stuff. But a lot of I would say a lot of mine came from in-person interactions, and especially I worked in customer service, so I got to learn a lot of things on how just getting into the mind of customers. What I say will like not trigger them, but like what I say, what reaction can I get by saying this? My tone of my voice as well. I change that up. How does that affect men and women?
but here's the thing, though. When it comes to psychology, it can seem complex, but it's very simple to how to treat others with respect. You know what I'm saying? Being kind and being genuine.
Right.
You don't need to be really taught that because you know it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Well,
when it
yeah,
comes,
for sure.
I was like I said, my previous job, I did, I had experience with being a sales rep, and they have, on the first day, they teach you everything, right? What to do, how to do it. I threw that out the book. Why? Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna be me. You can't teach me how to be me. You know what I'm saying? And once you are really just is in your own shoes and nobody can tell you differently, you know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna react differently, but at the end of the day, you're gonna have more positive and negative when it comes to just being you. So I mean, like when it comes to, the sales, like on how your demeanor is, but that can also be based off of, your skin color, and it can be based off, man, it can get deep when it comes to psychology, but it's not that complex. It's very simple. You know what I'm saying? Be you, And whatever that looks like, you know what I'm saying, be comfortable within your own skin. You know what I'm saying? You might be working for somebody or somewhere that's not a good fit, but you're trying to, you know what I'm saying, just fit in just because it's just the norm. You need a job. Like, nah, bro, be you. Be you, be comfortable.
Okay.
And I got a whole deep understanding on that one. I ain't gonna hold, because when it come to jobs, man, like the first thing that they say is like, why do you want to work here? And then you give them this bogus answer, right?
Like
And you make up a lie, like, bro, at the end of the day, bro, like, I need money. Like,
CAP, yes. Like a very
why are you a good fit here? Well, sir, the reason why I'm good, like, nigga, no. Like, nigga, I know you bullshitting. Why you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying, like, bro, like with me and my business, the reason it's about being genuine and authentic, because it's like, bro, like, talk to me, like, what you need? I need a job because I need money. Okay, well, how can you be a good fit? Because my personality and who I am as a person. All right, cool. I can run with that. Not because I'm I'm highly skilled and I'm a hard worker and I'm nigga. Everybody's saying that, and then
all these cliche sayings,
like, oh, that drives me insane. Like, you have to say it this way and do it this way, and you have to wear it like, bro. You see it all the time.
Sometimes
it's a trend on TikTok.
Yeah,
it's a trend on TikTok where, you know, they good day, sir, and then they get in their car and they're like, man, I hate this job. I hate these people. Like, bro, it's because you putting yourself in that position to be around these people. And I get it. Like, you need to, you know, sustainability is a must, but put yourself in a position where you are proud to be you. The reason why the world is the way it is, it's not because, you know what I'm saying, it was the foundation of how life is. It's because of we as the people made it that way. The business is all greedy and needy because we made it that way as a people. We can change that, but again, it's a mindset. Me and you, Patrick, me and you, we all got to be able to understand, like, bro, it's all genuine, it's all love. But no, 2 out of 3 times, motherfucker gonna feel like you snaking them. And so everybody gonna be on their guard. They gonna be like, I can't hire you because you real to you, and I need somebody that's gonna do exactly what I say. Or you can't step out of line. You know what I'm saying? That's why it is the way it is.
Definitely 100% agree right here. Hey, exactly. we found some common ground. We just like that. I can't do the act shit, bro. It drives me insane. I can't do the act shit, bro. Don't do that. It'll tear you apart, bro. You gotta pick a side. You either really feel that or you don't. Don't try to
the top. Yeah. When you get to the top, I'm telling you, I didn't been around people. And then they say, when you get to that top, you're going to have to sacrifice to do certain things that's against the norm. And that's why people who make 100,000, right, who don't go and reach millions, because it goes against the grain. They might have thought, like, you know, I want to be a millionaire, but then they understood what comes with being a millionaire is, you know, I'm a family person. So if I'm taking away from my family, it goes against the grain. But I want to be a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? Or you got to act a certain way, and that's not true. But I want to, because I want that status, I want that fame, so I'm gonna act a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So it really comes down to just being genuine to you. You know, I can't preach that enough, because once you do that, life will be a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't gonna kiss nobody's ass because it's just you.
Yeah. That's true, man. Oh, we got a question in the chat. Gotta answer this question.
Yeah.
It's for all 3 of you. What will your eulogy say when it's all over? What a question.
Define eulogy. I ain't gonna define that for me.
Eulogy, it's the funeral paper.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I kind of took it as a context clues of like what it's gonna say after, like what it's gonna say.
Yeah,
you want me to go first?
Yeah,
go ahead.
Don't give a damn what it say. You know why? Because I live my life for me. I can give a damn what everybody else think, because if I'm living for me, it don't matter what. Bro, we know this. Everybody, when it's your time to grind, nobody's around. When it's your funeral, everyone's gonna be around. So whatever they're gonna put on that piece of paper, I don't care, because I ain't here. But again, I talk a lot about this with my brother. I ain't gonna hold. Like, if you're around me, you know you're gonna see me for me. I ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. I ain't gonna act no certain way. I'm gonna be authentic. Love me for me for now. Don't wait until I'm gone to be able to, oh, he was an amazing person. I'm showing that to you now. I'm showing that every day I wake up. So I don't really care, as long as you understand who I am now. And if you don't, it don't matter, because I know who I'm presenting myself to you as.
Yeah, mine wouldn't be nothing crazy either. I'm just like, I took care of my business. You feel me? And that was it. You feel me? Nothing too crazy. Yeah, I wouldn't even be able to sit down and really think about something I really want people to like to hear from me. Like when I'm
Everybody
not.
gonna have their own opinions.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm
You
like
know what I'm
I don't
saying?
I don't I wouldn't have the time and wouldn't have the like the power really to sit down. Yeah, what am I gonna just write down so everybody can just hear something from me when I'm not here? Like, no, like I don't know. I feel like that's just not cringy. Nah, I'm say cringy. I feel like I don't know. I don't I took care of my business. That's what's gonna happen. I lived my life, took care of my business, and I did what I wanted to do, and I made myself happy.
Well, to answer the question, it wouldn't be me if I didn't have to do it like this. I'll fuck with y'all answers, but all right. First off, they gotta have my funeral at the Staples Center. That's the only place big enough to have my shit, right? Dude, gotta have my shit at the Staples Center.
Yeah, this is a class.
It is. After that, I don't really. I think just having it at the Staples Center is good enough for me, bro. After that, fireworks and shit. Do that. Do your thing, man.
I ain't gonna hold though. I don't want people to celebrate when I'm dead and gone.
You want them to celebrate?
I don't want to have a funeral.
No funeral.
Nah, bro, because I live for now. I live for my people, and if you my people, I care for you. When I'm gone, I'm in a better place. You shouldn't be You shouldn't be down like, oh, I'm going and out. Like, nah, he was a genuine person. God had to call him as his time. But like for me, again, like I don't want none of that. Like I live my life for now. I lived it for y'all. Like I lived it for me. Don't be sad and now I'm gone. That means you wasted time that you should have had. With me. So
yeah, bro.
I don't want a funeral. I ain't gonna hug them.
Living in the moment. That's the whole motto.
Your eulogy.
Take care of the business right now.
Take care of it right now. I respect that, Mari.
Take care of it right now. That's what we're going with, man.
You need to reflect who you really are as an individual.
But see, here's the thing though. When it comes to that, I might feel like I'm a caring individual who's a family man who's for his people, but everybody else might not think that. And so again, it comes back to it: is the world right and I'm wrong, or am I right and the world's wrong?
Who cares?
Exactly.
Who cares?
Take care of your business, man. Live for you, man.
Exactly.
It's gonna get to a point in time where you ain't gonna be able to tell me shit. I'm gonna be real, because like with that whole is the world right? Am I wrong? Point. I'm gonna be real, bruh. If I got a Bugatti in the driveway and you trying to tell me how to live my life, I'm gonna be like, bruh, leave me alone.
But see, it's not the Bugatti that allows you to have value. It's the amount of work and the character that you built to obtain that.
Yeah.
So, but when people hear like, "Now I got a Bugatti," like, don't say nothing to me. They're gonna be like, "Bro, all right, jerk."
Yeah, no, that's where I'm coming from. I'm gonna be a jerk, bro. I earned the right to be a jerk. I earned it.
Patrick would be at the top of it. I don't want to hear nothing from nobody. I made
it. So serious.
Hey, man. I mean, it's. I kind of understand just a little bit what he coming from, because like a lot of the people who make it to the top, a lot of people didn't help them. Then there's the people who a lot of people helped. You feel me? Me personally,
the life we live though.
If I ain't getting no help, leave me alone. Just
all right, pause.
I did my work.
That's cap. We all have help.
We all have help. Yeah, okay.
We all have help. Ain't one person in this world who made it on their own, very soul own. Exactly. In life, it's always to an extent. Like I said before, it's always to an extent. But again, you ain't gonna get to the top by yourself. You're gonna have help. Somebody gonna pull you up.
When I talk about getting help, I don't want. Let me reframe that, because I painted the wrong narrative. When I talk about the people who come around you when they wasn't around you when you were down. Let me paint that.
No. I get where you're coming from. And I was thinking about this the other day. Your fans and your supporters. Just because, what I'm saying, you made it and you're in a position of, being at top, and just because I come around doesn't always mean I want to be when you want it. It don't. Yeah. Like, I just want to why can I not support you now? Why can I not just be a fan of you now? Why does the society portray that because now I'm around and you're up means, I don't care about you because I wasn't around when you was, grind mode.
Okay,
It's a
but
fact
what
of
about the
life.
genuine?
Yeah,
My
yeah.
bad to cut you off. What about the genuine? What about the genuine? Relationship when I'm not there though, and
Being
how
true to
you
you.
try to resparking when I'm up.
Being true to you. You understand that. I mean, it's facts based off of all. It is a fact. On our most challenging moments in life, we're only going to be by ourselves. It's facts. You get what I'm saying? But it's not the time to reflect on who's around. It's to dig deep and understand yourself. So therefore, when you're at the top, when you can be able to help others who's down and be like, yo, this is your time to be able to embrace yourself. So that when you're at the top, don't look at everybody and be like, you wasn't around when I was in, nah, that's not like that. That's the time in your life to where you need to become a better person. So, but again, if society betrays that, you know what I'm saying? If society portrays that in life, when you make it, everybody is going to come around you and they're not genuine, then you're going to feel like anybody's around you at the top isn't genuine. So you're not going to want to help anybody out. But again, it's the people that make the world. So if we all believe that, again, we're going to stick to it. But if we all believe like, yo, I'm a genuine person at heart, and no matter if you're coming around because I'm up or not, I'm going to still help you up. Everybody be winning. But everybody not genuine and true to themselves. And that's where the dilemma comes in.
Man. No, I was just thinking about it, bro. It's like
That's where
I agree, bro. You come in here, you come in this world alone. You leave it alone too, man. You alone out here for the most part, right? Yes, you do have help. You alone out here for the most part. And like when I look at it, bro, if you understand that, and you also walk through life, like I said, like touching on what we touched on before, rejecting shit that's gonna do you negatively. Like, man, like fuck that, I ain't sad. If you walk through life, understand that you alone out here, and you reject shit that can do you wrong. I'm gonna be real, and on top of that, you think you the fucking man. Like that's how I think every day. I don't think your life is ever gonna be wrong. Walking through, thinking that you a fucking G and wanting to get shit done. I don't think that's a bad way to go through it.
You could be a man. You could be the man and not be the man at the same time. You can feel in your heart you the man, but society portrays you're not. But again, it comes back to knowing yourself. If the world believes you're nothing and you believe you're right and you're somebody, who's right and who's wrong? It comes down to, again, at heart.
Everything we gonna say,
it comes back to
at the end of the day, man, it's just gonna come back to the mindset and the perspective.
Yes.
Everything we talk about is gonna come back to the same thing. It's an infinity. It's not gonna change at all.
Right.
And then, do you believe in getting people to understand this information, to understand this perspective, or would you just having the open mindedness of allowing somebody to learn from you, and then if they don't take that to accountable and putting that in their life, it doesn't matter because you're not them, they're not you at the end of the day.
You can't help somebody if they don't want to be helped. You can't give game and knowledge to somebody who's not looking for it. I can say like, yo, this is what you need to do to start a business. But if I ain't looking for help from you, I ain't gonna retain nothing you said. So you can only help those who are genuine enough to, take the time to listen. You know what I'm saying? And so when it comes to, changing people's perspectives, they got to be willing. And that's another thing in life, when we're in a position of, of fame and fortune, we're not willing to listen to the underdog or somebody that's homeless because we like feel like, they're inferior to us. Like who are you? But I remember on one of the podcasts before, you talked about you can always listen to somebody, even if it's a homeless man or not, or the janitor, because you don't know who that person is. You don't know the experience in life that they've come to. You know what I'm saying? So you always want to listen, but you have to have the willingness. So I'll be happy to be able to, help somebody out, but they got to have the willingness, and that's all it is. Because if you ain't got the willingness, bro, you're going to be wasting your time and time again preaching to the choir.
I feel that. And speaking on that last part, you shout out to you. You be watching the podcast, man. Shout out to you, man. That was a while ago, but
it was. Yeah, we had a little debate about that because I'm yo, like you can learn from literally everybody.
But if you
bro,
choose to,
I can't learn from him.
if you choose to, though,
That's exactly what I said.
That was his motto, bro. If dude broke and he's standing on the side of the sidewalk begging me for money, then he has no value in my life. I'm like, yo, you don't even know that. You got to give him the chance to give you some value, man.
like you never know. Like you can be a multimillionaire and somebody just went bankrupt, and you look at them and like, oh, they're homeless, not knowing like they just had a multi-billion-dollar company, but he just went bankrupt because of situations. So you can always learn from everybody. You know, that's why books are so important. Like for me, the reason why I'm so enlightened, whatever you want to call it, because the best advice I was ever given was by this dude on Instagram, and he was like, yo, imagine being able to, knowledge and wisdom is the key to life. Like we can all agree to that, right?
Right.
This is what a book is. Imagine somebody knowledge, they write it and it takes them 7 years. That's 7 years, right? And it takes them 3 years to publish it. All right, so that's 10 years of knowledge that person has. And if you read that in 2 weeks, you essentially acquire 10 years of knowledge in 2 weeks. And so when I heard that, I was like, what the fuck? Like books are just incredible. So once I heard that, and I was like a senior in high school, we was reading like Beowulf. I went straight to the library and I started reading books on life, reading books on wealth, reading books on everything, because I understood that like this knowledge, if I could acquire within that amount of, it took this person 30 years and they're writing in 10 years, bro, that's 40 years of knowledge I acquired within 2 weeks or a year of time. But that's magic. That shit crazy. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I never put it in that perspective. But
once I heard that, I was like, what? This is literally knowledge right here. Like, bro. And it comes back to that homeless man, like, bro, he probably 45 years old. He didn't been a millionaire. He didn't been around people. He didn't seen things. That's 45 years of experience, of knowledge. That, again, if you just hear,
hold on.
You never know. You never know.
I doubt I'm gonna run into a homeless man who was a millionaire before. And if that's the case, I'm gonna just take the L on that one, bro. I'm gonna
So you ain't never heard of people that got addicted to drugs at the top? And drugs
He's not homeless though.
Bro, there was
there
was a dude in the NBA. He got addicted to drugs, and he was a multi-millionaire.
You talking about Delonte West?
Some of them, no, somebody.
Yeah,
was out there.
I know who you're talking about. It's Delonte West.
Homeless, like he had millions to homeless. Like, are you gonna listen to him? And he was in the league before.
I'm gonna listen to him. I'm gonna get some free game. You feel me?
Exactly.
I'm gonna get the game.
I want to know that though, Patrick. Are you gonna listen to him?
Look,
the one went from doing drugs, and he was in the league. Would you listen to him?
Oh man, bro, Delonte.
Hold on. Would you listen to him?
Delonte, bruh. Delonte.
bro. If you want to say no, bro, it's cool, bro.
Delonte.
Yeah, you would.
Oh man, I don't know. Oh man,
because you can't knock what he accomplished.
Yeah, that other shit was messy, but hey, I feel it though.
Bro, you know what makes sense and what doesn't make sense, bro.
Yeah,
when they're telling you know when somebody BSing you. You feel me?
You do.
You understand it when somebody's telling you stuff and you know, oh, bro, I've never done this before. Why does it seem like this is making sense? This seems like, okay, I'm seeing this in a different way. I'm seeing that in a different way.
Yeah.
You gonna understand that part when somebody's telling you something, but you know when somebody telling you something is BS or not. So why not, be able to willingly listen to them?
And that's the thing when I touched in the beginning, like we all have the understanding of right and wrong and what to do, but we make it so complex when it's really so simple. We overthink, we get in our own way, we let others get in front of us. We know simply what to do. We make it a challenge. We make it an obstacle course when it can be simply straight. I ain't saying the path gonna be easy, but we know simply on what to do though.
Yeah.
The book is called A Millionaire Real Estate. It's by Gary Keller, Gary, one of the two. And basically what he said was like, there's somebody who's coming before you and who's going to come after you. And we all have the same mindset of wanting to get to the top. Whether they succeeded or failed, you might want to learn from them because they got some experience and they got some game on how you can learn from them and their ways to be able to better yourself. Like, again, there's somebody in life who had the same mindset, same vision like you, and they succeeded and they failed. But you should be able to learn from them. Imagine what you could do and to cut your learning curve if you was to be able to just sit down and learn from them. Patrick, like, man. Patrick, like, man, I might gotta start listening to these.
Fair. Fair. We've been asking you questions the whole time. You got any questions for us?
Yeah, I can go on and on, but my first question is, what made you guys motivated enough to, start a podcast and do it?
I like when Mari tells a story. Go ahead.
Oh my gosh. Hey man. So I mean, at
I like
first,
the short
man,
version. I like the short version.
I'm just give a little bit about it. But at first, man, when we first talked about starting the podcast, this was in 2020, man. We talked about starting a podcast a while ago, and it was going to be 3 of us, not just me and Pat. But our mindset wasn't there. We thought that nothing was going to happen good for us. We didn't think, it was like, bro, we're not ready for this, bro. Who really finna watch us? You feel me? And then let's fast forward into June. I'm looking up new ways, bro. I want to start a side business. I want to start a side hustle. I want to do something that impacts people, but also can be monetized later on. So I'm looking up things on YouTube. I'm Googling. I'm researching my butt off. And I see a podcast. I'm like, bro, that's down my alley. I can entertain people. I can give knowledge. I can inspire. I can do all that. And I'm like, bro, I know the exact person that I can do that with. Patrick Haynes. I hit Patrick Haynes up. On board with it right away. We get started about 2-3 days after we get the name that first night. And then we get the topic and idea on what we want to talk about and all that stuff. How we going to do it. We're going to do it on Zoom. We got that set up. I got OBS and we got that together. And then we took off from there. And that's when we at now, man.
Yeah, I like that, man.
I like the summary version though. The summary version is turn. He didn't do it. He got a version I really like.
All right, but to touch on that though, I really like that because it gave me some insight in regards to just my life, and the reason why I said that is because sometimes when you have a great idea and you don't execute, doesn't mean it's the time to execute. You came up with this in 2020. If you would have started it now, who knows what could have happened? You know what I'm saying? But maybe, or you'd been like, man, we just joking. We just kidding around. We ain't really serious. And would have stopped. And so my point is, sometimes you can have a great idea, but it takes planning before you can execute.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so you guys had an idea, you know what I'm saying, you thought, and you took some time on it. A year go by, then you figured out that, and you came across the same idea again, and you realized like, yo, I'm more prepared and ready because that time I took not doing it. So sometimes it's better to wait than just to execute immediately. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah,
this is what, 32?
Because we was not there enough to really do it. We didn't think, because I ain't gonna capture. I was scared of putting it out there, not thinking people was gonna watch it at least, and then we really got that confidence, man. I feel like coming into 2021, our mindsets changed dramatically when it came to how we thought about ourselves.
Y'all put your first episode out. Was y'all scared?
Nah, it wasn't even from a.
I wasn't crazy nervous like that. It was weird a little bit at first.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, it's crazy that I agree with you on this. While you was talking, I was looking for a way to disagree with that. But I would be real, man. I agree, bro, 100%. Like, if we put the first episode out, I wasn't nervous. I was never nervous nobody was gonna watch. I knew they was gonna watch. I was just like, what the fuck are we about to talk about? Yeah. Like, I didn't know what we was gonna talk about. But
you guys were ready in 2020. Like, you really was. Like, you had the people, you knew the topics, right? But again, it's a mindset, your perspective, understanding that no matter if it booms, whatever episode, whatever happens, I'm ready. You just had the mindset that switched, like you said, and you just took action. You just made it simple. Every day we're gonna have people coming on. Every day we're gonna talk about this. Every day we're gonna just do it to where all the little screws and knots that's loose, we're gonna tighten it up. You're not doing it. And it just to show that, again, to anybody listening, don't overthink. Keep it simple. If you have an idea, execute on it. But if it's not your time to execute on it, again, you know what I'm saying?
Hey man, don't overthink your podcast, man. Hey man, smash the like button. Make sure y'all like and comment. Make sure you guys go check out Ice's YouTube channel too. It's called Perspectives, right?
Yes, my podcast is called Perspectives on Buzzsprout, and then my personal YouTube account, I do fitness. It's a hybrid. So I talk about, you know what I'm saying, the topics I talked about earlier, life, love, relationships, and then fitness. You know what I'm saying, and also log on there as well.
See, I want to get into more about the life, love, relationships, but man, I got to get up at 3.
He does at
1:55.
He does.
We can do a part 2 sometime, man, for sure.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. We gonna get a part 2 in. Most definitely. All the guests that we got so far, we for sure gonna get a part 2. We probably can get yours in a lot sooner because I want to hear about the love life relationships. I really want to know your perspective on all 3 of those.
Right. Okay. Yeah, we can definitely make that happen for sure.
Most definitely.
No, man.
Hey man. Go ahead, Pat.
It sounds like it sounds like episode number 32. Holy shit, number 32.
Yeah,
man, we got 8 more to go, man.
Oh yeah,
we got this little thing, man. We got 40 episodes. That's what we came up with when we first started to really solidify ourselves as a podcast. Right now we're at 32, and we've been doing it for a little under 5 weeks.
Yeah, man. So like I said, you're gonna exceed the expectation.
Hey man,
40,
I'm glad where we at 40. Right now, to be honest. Yeah,
y'all close. Like, you gotta understand, like, in 5 weeks out, got almost 4. You better hit your goal. Like, bro, I'm super excited for you guys. You know what I'm saying? You guys,
we got to keep going, man.
Got to. You know what I'm saying?
Man, we finna push, man. Ooh,
and speaking on keeping it going, if you niggas are serious about keeping us going, I'm gonna tell y'all how you can really keep it going.
Hey, Pat, tell them about that place, man. Tell them about that place.
There's a place that you guys can go. It's actually in the description itself, right? There's a place that you can go to keep this podcast afloat. That place is the Patreon. $5 a month, nigga. You can help the Don't Overthink It community thrive.
Statement this time, but $5 a month though.
$5 a month.
Normally he be having the whole little thing. He be going to amazing place, fantastic place. This place brings you wonders. The place where all the unicorns and everything goes right, and that is the Patreon. Link is in the description. It's $5 a month.
Here we go.
That's it. We know you got the $5. You not broke. $5. You feel me?
$5 a month.
That's barely a tank of gas. That's barely a gallon of gas nowadays. You get 1 gallon or $5. I know you got $5 to go throw on the Patreon real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Help us out. Keep the podcast afloat. It's been a dope podcast. We appreciate everybody for being on here. Chat, y'all was active tonight. We appreciate everybody that have been supporting us this far on our 32nd episode. Ice, man. We appreciate you tonight, man, for coming out here and showing some love. We're going to get you on here again.
Man, I appreciate it, man. You know, this is actually my second episode, or my second time doing our own podcast. So I appreciate it, just the love and the hospitality. You know what I'm saying? You guys are just great. You know what I'm saying? I just can't wait. Like I said, man, I was smiling the whole time. I just can't wait to see you guys just bloom. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was so young when I first met you. Y'all doing things now, you know what I'm saying? And the world's going to catch on. And by the time the world catch on, it's gonna be a wrap. You know what I'm saying? So thank you. I appreciate it.
I got a question for you. So how do you like the podcast scene? You rock with it?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just like the free flow, like you can talk, like us, you can talk about anything, everything. You feel me? It's not even like a specific topic. We have specific things that we have morally for ourselves, but like anybody we get on here and like you talk about everything, a free flowing conversation. But it's just broadcast so the whole world can see.
I don't know if I talk to everybody.
As you continue to become experienced within it, bro, you're gonna start to like you said, identify a niche and just understand holding on to specific topics for certain people. But for the most part, bro, like at the end of the day, the only rules is the ones you make up. You know what I'm saying? You can listen to the columns of others who are successful, but at the end of the day, those are for those who have made it. You know what I'm saying? Do your own way, make your own way, be free, be you. You know what I'm saying? So I love it. You know what I'm saying? I'm making it. I'm just glad y'all doing it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they have the idea, you know what I'm saying? They contemplate on years and years and years. They still think like, I'm going to make that podcast. I'm going to do that. And still ain't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's just mind blowing. I feel like I'm so close to 40 though. Like, man.
That was the mindset we had to adapt. Do it.
Man,
just do it. We just got to get out there and we got to get the ball rolling. Got to keep pushing. And now we almost at 40 episodes. And once we hit 40 episodes, we finna turn up even harder.
Man, I'm already saying professional headphones and man, it's crazy. It's all love over here, man, for real.
Appreciate that, man.
Mm-hmm.
Pat, you got anything else to say?
I'm gonna flex on you niggas when we hit. I don't even care about 40. I'm gonna flex on you niggas when that Patreon money rolling in, nigga. You gonna know. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey man, it's been don't overthink it, man. Featuring Young in the Head there,
Patrick Gates,
and
Ice.
You feel me? We gonna catch y'all later. Yes, sir.
Peace.
Yo.
The dash is busy, the schedule busy. My head in a hoodie, my shorty a goodie. My cousins are crazy, my cousins like boogie. Life is amazing, it is what it should be. Been here for 10, but I feel like a rookie.